Hello everyone. Today we have an activity. We're going to be making some bread in tune with our theme of Jesus feeding the 5,000 with fish and bread. I have something here I want you to look at, and we'll get one out here. Can you tell me what this is? It's a food. Can you tell me what it is? Kind of looks like a grape, but it's not a grape. They come in black and green. And if you guessed it's an olive, you're right. In Jesus' time, olives were a very important food for the people of his time. They had lots of olive trees, and they grew the olives and ate them, pressed the olives, and they made olive oil out of it that they used for baking, and I'm sure all kinds of other things too. So our recipe today is going to be, let me get this closer for you, no yeast olive oil bread. It doesn't have any yeast in it, so it's pretty easy to make. It's from I Heart Vegetables. And the ingredients are 1 cup of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/3 cup of warm water, and herbs or spices to your liking if you'd like to put some in. I recommend you put something in it because it's pretty flat. It's more like a biscuit than a yeast bread, of course. Okay, so to get started, we get a bowl. And we put 1 cup of flour in it. So we're going to measure our flour here. Let me move this over here. I'm getting to the bottom of the barrel here, so we'll do it like this. Little guys, get an adult to help you with this whole recipe because they have to bake also for a little bit. Okay. All right, level off the top. Make a level cup of all-purpose flour. And we'll put that in our bowl. Okay, we're done with that one. Now we take 1 teaspoon of baking powder and add that. This doesn't have yeast in it, but it does have leavening. And the baking powder is the leavening. What the leavening does is helps the bread rise. Get one of those. Okay, 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Whoops, wait. I want to go 1/2 teaspoon of salt next. Jumping ahead of myself. You put the dry ingredients in first. So you put 1/2 teaspoon of salt in also. You just measure that, put it in. Okay, now we need to mix this a little bit. So we will take our spoon and just mix up the dry ingredients a little bit here. It says combine them in the bowl. That's what we do. Okay, then we're going to stir in the next 2 ingredients. And that's the olive oil. And the olive oil is 2 tablespoons of olive oil is what we need for this recipe. Let's take this out here. And you pour it right in your tablespoon. That's 1. Two. Okay, and then 1/3 cup of warm water. I have the water here, very warm water from the tap you can use. Okay, it's 1/3 cup. Get your adult to help you measure that, if you're a little guy. And then last but not least, we put in some seasoning. I have some garlic seasoning here that I'm going to use, and just sprinkle or use 1/2 teaspoon or a teaspoon, whatever you like, and some Parmesan cheese, just a little bit of it. Kind of an Italian biscuit we'll have. Okay. Now, we just take this and mix it. I'll show it to you then. Okay. This is what it looks like when we're mixing. You just stir this in here. Very easy. Okay, so we'll stir so we get all the flour incorporated. They made their bread every day in Jesus' time, and they baked it, and they ate it every day because bread was very important for their diet. It's important for ours too. Okay, we got it mixed up like that. And we're going to shape this now into 3 or 4 small patties. It kind of bakes like a biscuit. So we will flour our board. And flour our hands, because this is going to be messy. And we love messy. Messy's fun. Take it out here. Oh, didn't get on my dough. Okay, floured hands makes it easier for you to work with your dough. Okay, so I'm going to turn it over here, and then we're going to divide this into thirds, or fourths if you want. Fourths would probably be easier. And just shape the patties. Shape the patties like that, and they'll bake pretty nicely. I smell the garlic, so I got plenty of garlic in this. Okay. That's a littler patty. You know, when you make homemade stuff, it's never perfectly shaped, and we like that because it's made. You know, you made your own. You made your own recipe, like when you have the bread formed. Okay, so I'll take those 3 patties and I'll put them on a cookie sheet and bake them in a 350-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. Yeah, probably about 22 maybe. Or heat a small amount of olive oil in the skillet and then cook the patties 5 minutes each on both sides. So that's how you make no yeast olive oil bread, and I hope you enjoy it. We have another bread recipe to give you in a little bit here. So, put these over. Here are the patties when they're baked. Okay, these were done in the skillet. A little bit of frying going on there. And these were done in the oven. Now, from the white bread, it looks very white. But here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, the little boy had more than 5 in this one. But anyhow, that's what's in our basket today. And we leave you with this message. Enjoy!